CBS-FM 503 with Bobby J. And today we're going to count down the top 20 songs of February 19th, 1974. 20 years ago this very day, Native Americans, Redbone with a bonus hit, Come and Get Your Love. Well, 20 years ago today, it was Tuesday. It was milder. There was some rain. The high was 46. Our president, Richard Milhouse Nixon, the governor of New York State, Malcolm Wilson, and the mayor of New York City was Abraham D. Beam. And in sports, tonight at the Garden, it was the New York Knickerbockers versus the Portland Trail Blazers. The Knicks were in first place in the Eastern Division with a 40-23 record. On the silver screen, Woody Allen's Sleeper was playing at the 34th Street Cinema in Manhattan and at the Lowe's Paradise Twin in the Bronx. On stage, James Earl Jones was starring in The Iceman Cometh at the Circle in the Square Joseph E. Levine Theater. And on television at 8 o'clock on Channel 2, it was Maude starring B. Arthur. And this was a bonus hit for the maestro, Chubby Fingers and all. Yes, it was Mr. Barry White. Never, never gonna give you up at 101.1. CBS-FM, yeah. Jim Croce, 20 years ago today. Time in a bottle. And here's Billy Brown, Al Goodman, Harry Ray, The Moments, and Sexy Mama.
CBS-FM remembers 1974.
CBS-FM, the Silver Fox, Charlie Rich, 20 years ago today, the most beautiful girl. On this date, February 19, 1974, in sports in the National Hockey League, Boston led the Eastern Division with a 40-9 record. At the movies, Ron Howard and Cindy Williams were starring in American Graffiti with Wolfman Jack at the Columbia Theater in Manhattan. On Broadway, Christopher Plummer was starring in Neil Simon's The Good Doctor. At the Eugene O'Neill Theater, an orchestra seat would have cost you $10, folks. I'm talking 20 years ago. This is 1974. An orchestra seat would have cost you $10. A seat in the balcony would have cost you $6.50 20 years ago. On television at 10 o'clock on Channel 4, it was Police Story as we now begin the actual countdown. First of all, of course, the information used in CBS-FM's Top 20 Oldies Countdown contains music consistent with our format, and it's compiled from various sources as we now begin the actual countdown with song number 20, moving up 2 positions for number 22 last week. This singer who was embarking on a solo career after leaving his brother's Southern rock group on Capricorn Records. Greg Allman. It's called Midnight Rider, number 20 at 101.1. CBS-FM, Greg Allman, Midnight Rider, it's called. That's song number 20. Here's song 19 this week, climbing up 4 positions from number 23 last week. This former high school teacher from Spring Hill, Nova Scotia, with her third top 20 hit on Capitol Records, Miss Anne Murray. Song 19, it's called Love Song at 101.1.
There's a wren in a willow wood.
CBS-FM. Yeah, that's Anne Murray. It's called Love Song. That's song number 19 on the Top 20 Oldies Countdown with Bobby J this Saturday afternoon. And in a moment, going to be back with song number 18 for you from the Steve Miller Band. The Top 20 Oldies Countdown is sponsored in part by Petland Discounts. Bring the tropics into your home with a complete aquarium system from Petland Discounts. They have all the Tetra Second Nature filters, pumps, food, and accessories you need to design a tropical paradise right in your own living room. For over 29 years, Petland Discounts has been the place to buy tropical fish. Their friendly staff is very helpful in selecting the fish that will best suit your aquarium environment. Petland Discounts recommends Tetramin 5-Star Formula. Contains all of the essential vitamins and nutrients necessary for thriving, breeding fish. If fish could talk, they'd ask for Tetra. The complete line of Tetra Second Nature is available at all of Petland Discounts' 93 locations. Stop by your local Petland Discounts today because each store will be giving away 4 tickets to Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. No purchase necessary. Entries must be received by March 16, 1994. Must be 18 or older to enter. Plus, from March 24th through May 1st, see the babies All America Wants to See, Romeo and Juliet, at Madison Square Garden. You can get tickets to the greatest show on earth at the Madison Square Garden box office, or call 212-307-7171 to charge by phone.
Hello there. I've come to the Garden to chat about Virgin Atlantic Airways' daily service to London. Well, I thought it'd be a garden. I haven't exactly found any flowers yet. But I did find these very nice wooden seats. At least mine's very nice. Everyone else keeps jumping out of theirs. No doubt they'd appreciate the wide, roomy, enormously comfortable sleeper seats in Virgin's business class. We call it upper class. Upper class also comes with a free limo to and from both airports and a personal video screen right at your seat. I could use one of those right now. I can't see a thing down there. Oh well. From the garden, this is Virgin Atlantic Airways. Take us for all we've got. Oh, I say, it's awfully hot in here. If there are flowers in this garden, there must be some sort of tropical variety.
Earn 40,000 bonus miles for your first round-trip upper-class flight. Call your travel agent of Virgin for details.
WCBS-FM.
We now resume the actual countdown of February 19th, 1974, with song number 18 this week, dropping down 7 positions from number 11 last week. Was this blues rock singer-guitarist who received his first guitar lessons from family friend Les Paul. Now, if you're going to take guitar lessons, ladies and gentlemen, if you get them from Les Paul, you've died and gone to heaven. I mean, come on, just the greatest. On Capitol Records, Steve Miller with the Steve Miller Band, song number 18. It's called The Joker. It's not the Maurice, I know. Anyway, that's the Steve Miller Band with The Joker. That's song number 18. Here's the number 17 song at 5:32, moving up 4 positions from number 21 last week. The former lead singer of the Supremes, who already had several years into her own solo career and moving up the charts with this tune on Motown Records. Here is Miss Ross. Yes, it's Diana. And it's called The Last Time I Saw Him. Song number 17 on the
Top 20 Countdown. 101 CBS-FM.
CBS-FM. Yeah. Diana Ross, Last Time I Saw Him. That's number 17 with Bobby J on the Top 20 Oldies Countdown at 5:35. Here's song 16 this week, moving up a notch from number 17 last week. This rock group from London who was offered $100,000 to play a week at the Tropicana in Las Vegas. They turned it down. Yes, they did. On Rolling Stones Records, the Rolling Stones. And do-do-do-do-do-do, Heartbreaker at 101.1. CBS-FM, do-do-do-do-do, yeah, Heartbreaker, that's the Stones. On the Top 20 Oldies Countdown with Bobby J, song 16. It's now 5:39. I'll be back in just a moment. I'll have song 15 for you from Mr. Tom T. Hall. The Top 20 Oldies Countdown is sponsored in part by Autoland of New Jersey.
Offers at MSRP with approved credit. Prices include rebates.
It's Autoland's President's Day One Price Sacrifice Sale. For the first time in Autoland's history, one low price will be clearly marked on every vehicle. No negotiations will be necessary, because if you find a lower advertised price anywhere, Autoland will pay you double the difference in cold, hard cash. The world's largest Ford. Autoland, the world's largest volume dealer. Route 22 East, Springfield, New Jersey. Call 1-800-AUTOLAND.
Okay, guys, you've warmed up long enough. This is it. It's bigger than the playoffs, more important than the series. It's previews on Broadway. And what do you need for a grand slam? Tom Fellas!
You gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When
Yankees on Broadway.
On the 3rd of March we open.
March, March, March.
We're in previews up till then.
Come, come, come.
Once we open, we'll be hoping
Call, call, call.
you'll be coming back again.
Call Ticketmaster, 'cause it's faster.
We got Buddy, BB New, where Victor Garber is swell.
A team of hunky players here to race somehow.
And to add to it, we got heart.
Call Ticketmaster now.
We got heart.
212-307-4100.
We got heart.
Damn Yankees.
At the Marquee
Diet
Theater.
Coke on ice.
101 weather.
Tonight, clear, becoming partly cloudy later, low in the 40s. Tomorrow, cloudy, late-day showers are possible, high in the upper 50s to low 60s. Monday's outlook, look for morning showers, afternoon sunshine, and a high in the 50s. Right now, 55 and 101.1.
CBS-FM 20 Countdown. CBS-FM.
We now continue with the actual countdown of February 19th, 1974, with song 15 this week, climbing up 4 positions from number 19 last week. This country singer from Olive Hill, Kentucky, with his biggest hit on the pop charts on Mercury Records, Tom T. Hall. Song 15, called simply I Love You at 101.1. WCBS-FM, Tom T. Hall, I love you. 5:45 with Bobby J, counting down the top 20 songs of this date, 1974. That was song 15. Here's number 14 this week, falling 5 positions from number 9 a week ago. The second of 4 consecutive hits for this from this group's Imagination album on Buddha Records, Gladys Knight, The Pips. Yes, I guess I better use my imagination. Number 14 at 101.1. Gotta use my imagination, Gladys Knight and the Pips on the top 20 oldies countdown. That's song number 14. It's 11 away from 6. 5:49. I'm Bobby J. Back in a moment with song 13. The group from originally from Canton, Ohio, named after a good buddy of mine, a disc jockey here in New York for a long, long time. Did a morning show on WLIB and WWRL called Eddie O.J. Figure out who the group is, right? Coming up in just a moment at 101.1, the top 20 oldies countdown is sponsored in part by PC Richard & Son.
The dead of night. Nothing rushes relief like Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime. Use only as directed.
Yes, and today more than ever you need, incidentally, no purchase necessary of PC Richard & Son. You must be 12 years or under. And today more than ever you need Astoria Federal Savings, the bank that provides quality financial services on the best possible terms. They'll help you into your dream home with one of their low-cost fixed or adjustable rate mortgages. If you're a first-time home buyer, they have special low-rate mortgages designed especially for you. To help you manage your money, you can select from 4 checking options, including easy checking. They're no fee, no minimum balance checking account. You'll also get a free Astoria Federal cash card that allows you easy access to your checking account at well over 10,000 ATMs everywhere. And you can choose between 2 low-rate Astoria Federal Visa credit cards, both with buyer protection and travel and auto rental insurance included at no additional cost. Features usually found only in, the more expensive premier cards. It's no wonder Astoria Federal was rated one of the top banks by the New York City Consumer Affairs Department.
WCBS-FM.
We'll now continue the top 20 oldies countdown with song number 13 this week, moving up 2 positions from number 15 last week. This group from Canton, Ohio, who had their 3rd top 20 hit with this tune. On Philadelphia International Records, here are the OJs. Song number 13, Put Your Hands Together at 101.1. Put your hands together. Yeah, the OJs on the top 20 oldies countdown. Song 13, here's the number 12 song this week, leaping up 15 notches from number 27 last week. This former member of the Poppy family who had a hit with a song previously recorded by the Kingston Trio in 1964. On Bell Records, Cherry Jack's Seasons in the Sun at 101.1, song number 12. CBS-FM. Brownsville Station there, smoking in the morning, a little bonus hit at 6:07 with Bobby J. As we count down the hits of February 19th, 1974, 20 years ago, this very day. Recapping this February 19th, 1974, Tuesday, it was milder with rain and high 46. And in sports, Willis Reed of the Knickerbockers was undergoing physical therapy for a torn cartilage in the hopes of being well enough for the upcoming playoffs. On the silver screen, Marlon Brando and Maria Schneider were starring in Last Tango in Paris. I still don't think you can get that on videotape because I missed it 20 years ago. I was in the movies and I've been waiting for it to come on videotape. I haven't seen it. They're supposed to be controversial, nude scenes and things like that. It was playing at the Translux Theater in Manhattan. On the stage, Peter Cook and, yes, Dudley Moore was starring in Good Evening at the Plymouth Theater. And on television, at 8 o'clock on Channel 4, it was 1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12, See the Man, 211 in progress. What a great show, huh? And this was a bonus hit from my buddies. I grew up with these guys. Cuba Gooding, Sr., Tony Sylvester, and Luther Simmons. Main ingredient.
Hey, say, wait a minute.
CBS-FM remembers 1974.
The Spinners and a mighty love, a bonus hit 20 years ago today. It's 6:15 with Bobby J, 45 minutes away from Cousin Brucey with his Saturday Night Oldies party. And why don't we resume the actual countdown now of February 19th, 1974, with song number 11 this week, falling 3 positions from number 11 last week. Well, from number 8 last week, in fact. This song was originally recorded by Johnny Mathis. It was the only hit for this singer from Meridian, Mississippi, who went all the way to number 1 in January with this tune. On Rocky Roads Records, it's Al Wilson's Show and Tell, number 11 at 101.1. CBS WCBS-FM Al Wilson, Show and Tell, song 11 on our top 20 oldies countdown. I'm Bobby J. Here's song number 10 this week, moving up 3 positions from number 13 last week. The singer from London who was nominated for a Grammy for a song that would be his only hit on Columbia Records, David Essex. Rock on! Song 10 at 101.1. David Essex, rock on. 622 with Bobby J. That song, number 10. In a moment, former lead singer of The Temptations steps aboard. Song number 9, right here at 101. Wise has the taste you want at the price you want, so snag it up with Wise Potato Chips, now at Wall Bounds.
Stephanie Cintron, LensCrafters optician.
Finding the right pair of glasses is a tough thing. At LensCrafters, that's where my job comes in. I try
Hour at a time.
Okay, more music coming up. Right now we have an update from the New York Lottery. The Lotto jackpot is up to $10 million. Whoa, that's $10 million. And now, more of the music you want to hear. $10 million? Wow, I've got to get out and buy a lotto ticket. Say, Lois.
Yeah?
I've got to run out for a minute. Can you do me a favor and cover the controls?
Hold for one moment, please. You mean these knobs over here?
You just turn this knob when the song is over, press this button, check this meter, pop in the cassette, that's the weather report, and do an intro for the next song.
Okay. What was that button for again?
Back in the flash, you're doing great.
Let's see now. Turn this. Press this.
The weather today, clear and sunny with a 20% chance of showers tonight and 40% chance of rain tomorrow.
Oops. Now, what's this red light? Hello? Is this thing on? And now, more of the music you want to hear. Who wants to hear that? I don't want to hear that.
New York Lotto, $10 million. Hey, you never know.
101 weather.
Clear tonight, becoming partly cloudy later with a low in the 40s. Tomorrow, cloudy, late day showers possible, high in the upper 50s to low 60s. Monday, look for morning showers and afternoon sunshine and a high in the 50s. 54 currently at 101.1.
CBS-FM Top 20 Countdown. CBS-FM.
We now resume the actual countdown of February 19th, 1974, with song number 9 this week, climbing up 5 positions from number 14 last week. This former lead singer of The Temptations, who had his second hit as a solo artist with this tune on Tamla Records, Eddie Kendricks. Time to boogie down with song 9 at 101.1. CBS-FM, have mercy. Yes. Boogie down, baby. Eddie Kendricks, song number 9 on the top 20 oldies countdown, 6:30, half hour away from Cousin Brucey. And here's a number 8 song this week, moving up 2 notches from number 10 last week. This R&B group from Jersey City with their first million-selling hit on Delight Records, Kool and the Gang. It's a little jungle boogie, song number 8 on the
Top 20 Countdown. 101 CBS-FM. Get down, get down.
CBS-FM, a little jungle boogie, never hurt anyone. Yeah, that's Kool and the Gang. That's the number 8 song on our top 20 oldies countdown as we look back 20 years ago to February 19th, 1974. When on this date, this was song number 7, dropping down a notch from number 6 last week. This singer, who originally came from Cambridge, England, before moving down under to Australia. And she had her first major hit with this song on MCA Records, Olivia Newton-John. Let Me Be There at 101.1 on the top 20 oldies countdown. CBS-FM, that's Olivia Newton-John. Yeah, it's called Let Me Be There on the top 20 oldies countdown. I'm Bobby J. It's now just 6:37, a mere 23 away from the Cuz. Cousin Brucey will be here with his portion of the Motown Weekend beginning at 7 o'clock at 101.1, and I'll be back momentarily with song number 6 from Byron McGregor at 101.1.
The power of
CBS-FM Top 20 Countdown. CBS-FM.
Continuing right along, counting down the top 20 songs of February 19th, 1974. Here's song number 6 this week, dropping 2 positions from number 4 a week ago. This news director from Detroit who had his only top 10 hit with this editorial broadcast. It's exactly what it is on Westbound Records. Byron McGregor. It's called Americans. At 101.1, it's number 6.
The United States dollar took another pounding on German...
WCBS-FM, like a good soldier, I stood at attention while that was being rendered by Byron McGregor. Song, what are you laughing at? I did. Yes, well, I rendered the proper hand salute also. Song number 6, America's Byron McGregor. Here's the number 5 song this week, moving up 2 positions from number 7 last week. This singer-songwriter from Eloise, Florida, who had his biggest hit with this song on MGM Records, Mr. Jim Stafford. It's called Spiders and Snakes, number 5 at 101.1. Jim Stafford's Spiders and Snakes. So the top 20 oldies countdown. That's song number 5. Here's the number 4 song this week, moving up a position, 1 notch from number 5 last week. Yet another success for the Queen of Soul, who went on to have a hit with the Stevie Wonder remake on Atlantic Records, Aretha Franklin. And Until You Come Back to Me, that's what I'm going to do. Number 4 at 101.1. CBS-FM, yeah, Until You Come Back to Me, that's what I'm going to do. That's Aretha Franklin. That's song number 4 at 6:52 with Bobby J. Cousin Brucey, of course, standing by, coming up at 7 o'clock. And in a moment, the final 3 of our countdown at 101. CBS-FM. Down to the final 3 of our countdown. Here's song number 3 this week. The song that was number 3 last week. It was a remake of an old Johnny Burnett hit by this former Beatle and good friend of Cousin Brucey's. It featured Paul McCartney on the kazoo. On Apple Records, here's Ringo Starr. You're 16, you're beautiful, you're mine. Number 3 at 101.1. You're beautiful and you're mine. That's Ringo. Yes. Reports of his appearance in our lovely park, as Paul said, rubbish. That's number 3. Here's the number 2 song, dropping down 1 position from number 1 last week. This 40-piece band, 40 pieces, conducted and arranged by the maestro himself, Barry White, on 20th Century Records, the Love Unlimited Orchestra. It's Love's Theme. It's number 2 at 101.1.